Hi there. Today we're going to talk about building an onboarding profile within Spectrum HR Management. In order to build out our onboarding profiles, we need to start with creating tasks. Today we're going to talk through how do we create a task, and then subsequently, how do we add that task into an onboarding profile. Now, keep in mind, tasks don't have to be just documents that we fill out or sign off on or agree to acknowledge. It can also be a task of uploading a copy of my identification, my most recent certification. It could also be watching a video or reviewing a hyperlink that takes us to another website. So get creative with your tasks. Now, in order to create a task, we're going to start here with the hiring process setup. You'll notice there are a number of different tabs here at the top. We're going to start with Manage Custom Tasks. Now, you can have an unlimited amount of tasks in this environment, and to create a new task is rather simple. We're going to start here at the far right with Create Template. Today, we're going to upload a copy of a handbook as a sample. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to label the name of this new task. In this case, it's going to be ABC Company Handbook. And once we give that label, we can then assign it to a category. Now you can create your own categories here. These are just what's in my environment. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this task to the new field hires. I'm going to label my section name Employee Handbook. So once I do that, I can then go ahead and add in that handbook. Now, my handbook is in a PDF format. So I'm going to drag and drop my PDF. I'm going to select my file. And here I've got a sample of an employee handbook. Now you do have the option to add in additional help text, whether that be instructions on the specific task itself. It could say something like, please review this employee handbook. Otherwise, you can keep it as is and continue to add to this task. So maybe we have the PDF handbook and then we follow that with a signature. So if we want to make the signature required, we have a button here that allows us to do that. It's going to prompt us just for some jargon around that signature. So simple. We create that direction for those individuals. Now, we might even want a time and date stamp added to this. If we wanted to do that, we could drag and drop the time along with a date box. And then we can go ahead and say, for the time, we'll list current time. And for the date, we'll go ahead and put today's date. Again, we can mark these required or choose them as optional and hit OK when we're done. Now, we're going to go ahead and save our progress. Now the task has been completed. We can see it right here. We're going to navigate over then to the process builder. This is where we're going to add that handbook into what we call our onboarding profiles. Now you can have an unlimited amount of profiles. The idea is you want to collectively group together your onboarding tasks into profiles that make sense for you. So if you have a different onboarding packet for your union folks versus your non-union, or maybe your office versus your field, you can create very simple profiles, or as you can see in my environment here, you might break them out by actual position. In this case, I have my electrician profile, and I'm going to go ahead and notice that my tasks to complete are listed here. I do not have a handbook. So we're going to go ahead and hit Add Task. Here we have our ABC Company Handbook. We're going to hit Update, and now that task is included in this onboarding profile for an electrician. Now you'll notice it is optional, so I'm going to mark it as required, meaning that it will require the individual to complete this task as they onboard. Once we're done setting that up, we can then hit Save, and our profile has been updated.